World War I, often called the Great War, was a massive conflict that took place from 1914 to 1918. It involved many of the world's great powers divided into two main alliances. The Allies, primarily France, the United Kingdom, Russia, Italy, and later the United States, and the Central Powers, mainly Germany, Austria-Hungary, the Ottoman Empire, and Bulgaria. It all began with a single tragic event. In the summer of 1914, the heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne, Archduke Franz Ferdinand, was assassinated in Sarajevo. What could have been a localized crisis exploded into something much larger, due to a web of alliances binding European nations to each other's defense. Austria-Hungary declared war on Serbia, and in a matter of weeks, Europe was at war. The conflict soon became a brutal standoff. On the Western Front, soldiers from France, Britain, Germany, and beyond found themselves digging into the earth to survive. Trench warfare became the defining image of World War I, hundreds of miles of filthy, rain-soaked trenches, where soldiers fought not only against the enemy, but against the mud, rats, and disease. Days were filled with boredom and terror, with the constant threat of artillery, machine guns, and poison gas. This was the first major conflict of the industrial age, and technology reshaped the battlefield. Machine guns mowed down advancing troops in seconds, airplanes scouted and bombed from above, and in the deadliest twist, chemical warfare brought a new level of horror to the front lines. Many believed the war would end quickly, yet it dragged on, with battles like Verdun and the Somme resulting in hundreds of thousands of casualties without any decisive victory. Then, in 1917, a new player entered the fray. The United States, angered by Germany's unrestricted submarine warfare and an intercepted plan to draw Mexico into the conflict, joined the Allies. Fresh American troops boosted the weary Allies, tipping the balance as the exhausted Central Powers, especially Germany, struggled to keep up. In Russia, revolution had forced them out of the war, bringing chaos and eventually leading to the establishment of a communist state. Finally, after 4 brutal years, on November 11, 1918, the guns fell silent. An armistice was signed, but the terms of peace would prove complicated. In 1919, the Treaty of Versailles placed heavy blame and reparations on Germany, creating deep resentment that would have far-reaching consequences. The Great War left behind a scarred world, nations in ruins, families torn apart, and economies shattered. The war resulted in an estimated 16 million deaths and millions more wounded. Economies across Europe were severely weakened. Empires fell: German, Austro-Hungarian, Ottoman, and Russian, leading to new national borders and the creation of new countries. The legacy of World War I was profound and unsettling. It showed humanity the terrifying potential of modern warfare and reshaped borders, politics, and societies in ways that still resonate today. It was a war that was meant to end all wars. Yet its unresolved tensions set the stage for an even more devastating conflict just 2 decades later. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories.